It's the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. How are you, Celeste and Dr. Karen over there?
Wonderful. We're doing great.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you all on today. And everyone, listen, grab your virtual seats. Go ahead and immediately share this broadcast. We're talking today with Trailblazers who lead. And these are women that are leading unsung heroes, have dynamic stories to share. And with it being Women's History Month, I am honored to be able to feature these women and many more that's going to be coming on to the Kim Jacobs Show throughout the entire month. So I'm not exactly sure what month you'll be watching this, since it's going to be airing on CTR Media Network, and it's also on Believe in Your Dreams Network. So you could be watching it at a different month, but no matter what month you're watching it, celebrate women every month of the year. How about that? How about that? We just celebrate women anyway. And that's going to be a wonderful thing. So as we're talking, we're going to be talking with a lot of trailblazers. And I want to go ahead and let you know that today we're talking with who's here, Dr. Celeste Payne. And we also have none other than Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. And as you can see that image there, you can get trailblazers who lead. It's available already. You can get it through Amazon. And can you all get it through your sites as well?
Not yet, but you can get the ebook through Amazon.
Okay, so the ebook through Amazon. When you're searching, make sure that you see this cover, which is a woman with a cape flying with some hips and her hair flowing and got total attitude. Kern Crockett Cherry is the visionary behind this particular project, this anthology. And so I am excited talking about hair. Let's talk about hair for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all. Here's something I did a thing, right? So I blow dried my hair. Yeah, blow dried my hair, my natural hair. I don't have perm or anything. Okay, I definitely need to go to the beauty parlor and get it like hot press. You know, the old school hot pressing, Celeste?
Mm-hmm. That's what I got.
Karen, y'all know?
Yeah.
That's what you have on. Celeste?
I'm natural too.
That's what I have. I'm all natural.
I'm all natural.
Oh, but y'all get y'all stuff done professional.
Yes.
Oh, y'all. I shouldn't have came. You on that? Oh, Lord have mercy. Why I do that, y'all, on the day that these people all natural and I'm sitting here, my hair blow dried out like this. Okay, y'all. Well, let me
You look good. It's
Yes.
marvelous.
Oh God. Okay, now y'all made me go to the beauty parlor. My hair gonna be like, oh shit. All I did was took a regular old blow dried my hair out, and then just took some hot curlers. I couldn't even find my hot curlers, y'all. I had to go. I was like, I have not had my hair blow dried out in over a year. I usually just wash my hair and let it air dry, and so be it. I said, what in the world have I done? And it's time to get ready to go on the show. I started to throw a whole bunch of water and stuff and just started hanging it out. But anyway, all right, y'all. So listen, today we're going to have a great time as we're celebrating women that are trailblazers who lead. Grab your seats, share the broadcast, invite people into today's discussion. And we're going to take a commercial break. Right after this commercial break, we're going to deep dive into some discussion with these women. Are y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Yes. I see you too, Dr. Nikki Zigler. So I'll pull you in right during this commercial break. We'll be right back, everybody.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side. Fighting fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone, and we are back, and we're going to kick today's discussion off with Dr. Karen. Let me take that name right across from your lip up there. It's like covering all those beautiful teeth that you have. So we're going to start off with Dr. Karen Hills Pruden, and I have to figure out here where, yes, I'm going to take the name off for a sec. I see your teeth. Yeah, let me see the beautiful smile over there. Depending upon the camera angle, sometimes it's like, okay, it'll cover your face. But we know how to work all of this stuff on these platforms.
Yeah, you got to do it on your end because I'm already sitting on 2 books in my office because my camera's so high.
That's funny. But you here, and I'm so grateful. I see you, Dr. Nikki. I'm going to pull you in. Is that okay to give you a thumbs up when you're ready? All right. I see you a busy woman over there doing all manner of things. I see you talking and doing all kind of stuff back there. I'm like, hey, who are you talking to? You talking to us? Glad to have you, Dr. Nikki. So glad to have you today. And listen, I want you to do me a quick favor. Put some more lighting on yourself in the background. I'm gonna move you back and give you a chance because I know you'll be mad at me. Be like, oh, I know she saw that before I went on the show, and then she's gonna not even give me a chance to get my stuff right. Okay, so get your lighting right. I'm gonna start with Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. Let me introduce this beautiful woman to you. Dr. Karen Hills Pruden is an award-winning C-suite career elevation expert for females seeking senior leadership, recognized by the governor in Virginia for her leadership in equity, diversity, and inclusion. Dr. Pruden strives to demystify the senior leadership role. She uses global speaking, coaching, workshops, and publications. And one of her hottest books is Pruden Principles, 10 strategies. This is good. Oh my goodness. 10 strategies to propel women to the C-suite. That's some good stuff, y'all. She's appeared on a lot of different shows, and I'll let her talk more about all of that. But her broadcast, she's founder of Sister Leaders Conference and creator host of the international TV show Leadership is Served. And it broadcasts in over 200 plus countries. I'm so happy to have Dr. Karen Hills Pruden here today. Welcome.
Thank you. I am excited to be here.
Well, I am as well. I want to know, you are a big part of this anthology, which is Trailblazers Who Lead and Unsung Heroes. What made you become a part of that project?
Well, I love Karen Cherry.
Everybody does.
You know, anything that Karen does, I'm trying to ride on her coattails, and I'm trying to be a part of it in any way that I can serve. I'm a servant leader, so any way that I can serve. I love what she stands for. She stands for collaboration, and she does not stand for competition, which is exactly what I stand for. So I love her spirit. Everything she touched turns to gold, and I love learning from her. And so it was a no-brainer to be part of this project where she is the visionary. And I get the opportunity to tell about some of the things that I do where I expect to blaze the trail for others behind me.
Wow. And that's interesting that you say that for others that are behind you coming up in that way, they want to become C-suite executives, but they really don't know what the process is. How are you going to educate them to be able to help them know where to even begin?
I'm going to tell all the secrets. I'm going to talk about things that no one talk about. You know, a lot of times people get stuck in middle management. You know, you be there for over a decade, you work your way up to middle management, but no one tells people that there's a difference between managing day-to-day tasks and being a forward-thinking leader. Leadership, once you get in the C-suite, which is a director or above positions, or it's the highest position in that particular discipline in your organization, you have to be forward thinking to keep your company competitive, to keep your company innovative. And so it's no longer managing the day to day. And if your managers don't switch how they think about how they do their job, then they won't be totally emerged into the leadership position where they can not only acquire the position, but retain the position. Because I'm into not only leadership acquisition, but leadership retention as well.
That's good. And so people that are in this corporate world that are fearful of, they're trying to figure this thing out. And you already have gone before them. You've blazed the trail, literally, you're a pioneer. And so you're, like you said, willing to share all of the secrets and just spill the beans. So people that may have not obtained your book yet, what is the like 1 or 2 tips that you can share today with them just to get them started in their forward thinking process?
Absolutely. You have to be in love with data. You cannot be in leadership and not like numbers. You got to be able to articulate your value in the company, your workforce value, know what you bring to the table. If you aren't able to articulate that, then your budget will be cut greatly, and you probably will be cut eventually because you haven't articulated your value. And so data analytics and leading by data-driven leadership is imperative. You need to know what your competitors are doing in terms of numbers. You need to know how much things cost. And so you have to have a love with numbers. And individuals who are in management, some of them have never even managed a budget. Some of them have never even managed inventory. Some of them have not managed multi-level employees or multi-site operations. And so when you get into leadership, if you're thinking about getting into leadership, then you need to fall in love with loving numbers. So it must be a romance with data is how I identify it. You must have a romance with data.
Okay, this is you know what? I think that pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. All of this that she just shared, I typed it as she was saying. It must be in love with data. You must know what you bring to the table, your value, articulate your value, know your competitors and the numbers. These are all tips that this particular author in Trailblazers Who Lead, that are unsung heroes, is spilling the beans about in her chapter. So this is what they're going to get in your chapter?
Not all of that in my chapter, but I'll talk about some of that because my chapter is the evolution and branding of a trailblazer. And it talks about how I've always had an entrepreneur spirit since a young Karen. And so it will help the people who read the chapter, identify young individuals, young leaders in the making, and learn how to cultivate their skills and encourage their skills and use their talents. And I've always, from a young Karen, determine what was marketable, what would people pay for. I used to be a candy lady. I used to sell candy on the streets and in school. I used to do hair when I was young. This is before I was legally old enough to even work officially. And then I lied about my age at 13 and got a job and said I was 15 so that I can start working in the real business world and make what I call some real money. And so just, encourage, identify, and support your young leaders in the making because they may grow up to be a trailblazer.
Wow, that's some good stuff. Make sure you all get a copy of this book, and you're going to get to know more about Dr. Karen Hill's Pruden chapter. And it's the evolution and branding of a trailblazer, how to cultivate and develop young leaders is what she's talking about. That's going to be some good stuff. We're going to hear more from you towards throughout this broadcast, but I wanted to make sure people get a chance to stay connected with you. And how can they do that? I see your contact information. And Dr. Nikki, put your contact information in the back private chat, and I'm going to pull you in right after you give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, they can stay in contact with me by my namesake. My website is Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. My IG is Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. And my LinkedIn is Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. I try to make it easy for you to find me, but if you know my name, you'll be able to find me on all social media.
Y'all make sure you stay connected with this powerhouse who is a trailblazer, who happens to be a woman, and it's Women's History Month. And so I celebrate you today and thank you for being here on the Kim Jacobs Show. We're going to take a commercial break. Dr. Nikki Zigler, herpreneur woman over there. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to see my girl Karen. I love her. And I just met Celeste a couple of weeks ago, so we're connecting. Of course, we love Kim Jacobs. I'm just happy to be here with my girls.
Well, I'm so happy to have you here. And Celeste, okay, so you'll get a kick out of this, right? So I blew dried my hair out today. Normally my afro is just my afro and it's wet and kind of wavy curly. Well, it's not really wavy curly. It's just straight. Back in the day, afro. I just be putting a whole bunch of product to give it a little bit of a swirl. Today I blow dried it out, right? And this is what mine came out like 5 minutes before it was time for me to come on and meet you guys. Their hair, they got it all natural, and they done been to some professional hair salon person and got it properly pressed and straightened. Can you believe I came on like this today, messing around with this?
You look fabulous, honey.
Do I? Okay. Well, y'all doing
Fabulous.
good. I love being
Fabulous.
around some women that know how to I said celebrate. That's not a word. Celebrate. I meant to say celebrate. I promise I didn't mean to say celebrate. So, yeah, celebrate you, because you know what, I was getting ready to say herpreneur and celebrate, and now I done changed the whole word. I don't even be saying that. But anyway, celebrate other women. I think.
Girl, that might be the title of my next book, girl. You might have spoke the title of my next book.
What's the name of it, Karen? What's the name of it?
You got
Celebrate.
You got it. I just made a mistake. So don't worry, I'm not gonna try and trademark that. You got it. And then it'll go viral, right? That's funny. Dr. Lotus Rache is on. She said, love the Kim Jacobs show. If you all have not supported Dr. Lotus Rache's show on Lotus Rache Ignites, news you can use, books that boom. If y'all have not already graced her platform, have you? Oh my gosh.
But I will.
Yes, I'm going to connect. Oh my gosh, her show is global. And so she does books that boom your business, and how these different business people need to know about the books that people like yourselves have. So I'm going to connect Kern, Cherry, and Lotus Rache. They're going to do some powerful business and bringing all of y'all in. Okay, wow. Thank you, Lotus, for being on today, Dr. Lotus Rache. My cousin Veronica is a travel agent, and she's on. Hello. Oh, thank you, cuz. You said you're trying to support me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Nadia says, morning, ladies. Good morning.
Hey, Nadia.
Trailblazer. Hey,
You're
Nadia.
a trailblazer. Vera Thomas, you know we love Vera.
Vera.
Hey, Vera.
She's a poet and help young people. I love Vera too.
Yes.
I love you too over there. Let me go back, because Nadia, you ain't say you love me. I love you too, Nadia. I don't have to know you. I just know your spirit. So I'm happy to have you in the virtual studio audience today. I see all of you all in your comments. I see you, Cynthia. Good morning to you as well. Dr. Yolanda Jerry. Good morning, Queens. I'm here and have shared it. Yes. And you know Dr. Yolanda Jerry's show. Make sure you tune in. She deals with all kinds of people that have experienced traumatic experiences, and they've overcome some things. So make sure you tune in to her show. Dr. Yolanda Jerry says, trailblazers who lead to. Yes. Yes. Shout out to all of you all. All of you all. Dr. Pruden, you are amazing, and you are a C-suite queen.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you can add a natural hair that go get her hair hot pressed properly. C-suite queen. I'm talking about that the whole show, since I thought I could work my own magic. Okay, Cynthia said, I need to read Dr. Karen's chapter. Sounds encouraging, and I have the ebook.
Oh, good.
I have the ebook as well. If you don't have the ebook, go to Amazon immediately, not during the broadcast, right after the show, or and get you a copy of it today. Okay. Shayna says, good morning, ladies.
What's up, Shayna?
Hey, Shayna, y'all make sure y'all share this broadcast with everyone that you know. And I see Cynthia said you've already shared it. Thank you. You do look great. Thank you so much, Vera. Good morning, Queens. Lorel said.
Woo, woo, woo. Ambassador.
All y'all Herpreneur Network people and Kern Cherry followers. Okay. All right, everybody. I see that y'all are here. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. And when we come right back, we're going to hear from Celeste Payne. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
So we're going to hear from this wonderful, beautiful vessel with this wonderful smile over there. My mom is here as well. She said, good morning, ladies. Veronica. So glad
Morning, Mom.
this morning, and thanks for saving my seat. My mom's in the virtual studio audience talking to somebody else. So she really takes this show seriously. She's like, hey, V, thank you so much for saving my seat, baby. I'll be right over there. I'm coming. I'm out here still in the studio in the parking lot. I'll be right in. Save my seat. That's what she's doing. Right? All right, everybody. We'll be right back after this commercial break, and we'll hear from Celeste Payne. I'm excited to have you guys here today. All right. Be right back.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, and we are back with Celeste Payne. Now, Celeste, I am looking here at all these beautiful bios that they've sent over, but I do not see your bio here, so I'm going to have to get you to tell me about yourself. And I don't know where I can grab. Let me grab your bio from somewhere. Can I get it online?
I could just share a little bit about myself.
No, I really don't want you to. Let me just see.
Okay,
Celeste
hold on one
Payne.
second.
I will. You know what I'm going to do? Because I am not going to have you share your own bio. I'm going to go with Dr. Nikki. And if you could send me a quick email, and this is how we can do it. Guess what? If CNN can do it in different places, they be like, okay, hey, we can hear you. We can hear you. Different places, they make everybody make errors, right? We keep it moving. They keep it moving on their international broadcast. So I'm going to send you a quick email in the private chat. And if you would send me your bio, Celeste, I can formally introduce you. Is that fair? All right. All right. So I'll put you backstage for a second so you don't have to be, looking sideways or anything. And I appreciate you doing that. So what we're going to do thank you for being willing to come on up here, Dr. Nikki Zigler. I appreciate you.
Hi, Dr. Nikki.
And I am excited because I'm going to just introduce you, if you don't mind. Dr. Nikki Zigler was truly born to lead. As a prolific speaker, branding, and master's coach, she has been anointed. She says this is anointing to bring out the inner leader in others. With her background and expertise in marketing, branding, and public relations, as well as advertising, Nikki has set her sights and energy on making a difference to empower Christian women in business, pastors, churches, leaders, and artists to reach for the stars, achieve their goals, and fulfill their God-given destiny. She is the president of what? The Herpreneur Network International, an organization that's geared towards Christian women in business and ministry. And they have over 2,400 members. Welcome. Dr. Nikki Zigler. See, that's why I gotta introduce you, Celeste, the right way. I can't just be like, hey everybody, I'm start talking about myself since her she don't have it. No. Welcome, Dr. Nikki Zigler.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always an honor to come on the Kim Jacobs Show. I've been watching Kim forever. So to be on her show, it's a pleasure to be here. I've came a couple of times before, but every time I come, it's a different flavor. So I'm excited. Shout out to Current Chair for allowing me to be a part of this amazing Trailblazers who lead. And when you get to the point you with Karen, listen, Dr. Karen Pruden, baby, you are there. I love you so, Karen. She just keep it 100 and she has so much knowledge. So I'm so excited to be a part of the Kim Jacobs Show and excited about this chapter that God gave me to write. I really threw out some real stuff about my history in that chapter.
Okay.
But God told me you have to be transparent. In order for you to reach the masses, you have to be transparent. People do not want phony and fake. They want real people. And my life is not my own, no way. So it ain't my business, So I just lived it. God just did it, And so my chapter, I talk about Born to Lead. I tell about how I was a mother of 4 and how I lost gain, and how I gave up. I gave up, but God, sustained me and brought me back to life, and how I had to go through the struggle of raising my kids by myself with 4 different fathers. I have 4 different baby daddies. That's a typical Black woman that people say, she ain't gonna never amount to nothing. She this, she that.
Shame on people. Shame on people for judging because you don't know what a person's gonna become.
Don't know who a person will become. And so all eyes was against me. And I failed. But with God giving me the ability to get back up, God really has truly blessed me these last 3 years of my life, turned my whole life around from being homeless to now living with the husband of my dreams, living the life that God really has given me, and really being a pillar to my Christian women in business. And I feel no shame about it. Kim, it's my life, and
wow.
I'm not apologizing for it. So,
but you're sharing. What I like, Dr. Nikki, is that you're just bearing your soul and telling people, anybody that's watching, that's listening, because we have it on the audio podcast downloads, all kind of places. So people that are watching and listening to this broadcast are hearing you say you're a mom of 4 children, 4 different fathers. All the odds were against you. People thought they counted you out, but now look at what God did for you. How do you encourage other people that are here today or that will they will some kind of way encounter this broadcast and they're down and out and they've been count out? How would you encourage them on today?
Today, I would say trust God and go back to your first love. God is our first love. I mean, we say our parents are our first love, and no, God is your first love because that's who made you. And so I had to go back to what I love, and that was Him. And I tell people I was always born to lead. I've had a business since I was 16 years old. My first business was liturgical dance. I would go around Montgomery, Alabama, here in Montgomery, and I would teach people how to do liturgical dance, and they paid me to dance. They paid me to come in and train. So I've been an entrepreneur pretty much since I was 16 years old. And so I've always been the person who didn't hang out with the statistics. I never smoked or drunk before my whole life to this day. I won't say I didn't cuss, and I did that. But I'm just being honest. I never was the kind of person, whenever they're going that way, I just tend to go that way. I've always went the opposite way. I've never been a follower before.
Wow.
So when you've never been a follower, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to conform to what they want you to be. I had to be what God has allowed me to become. So to encourage a woman in business, encourage a woman who want to start a business or trying to figure out her life, trust God.
And you're a busy woman over there. I hear all that bleeping and people calling you, texting you. I'm like, hey, y'all, she on a show right now. She'll get back to you, okay? She's busy.
I got a lot going on. But I'm just happy to be here, Kim, because I know the mantle that God really has given me. I'm trying to do whatever He tells me to do. And I want to be a light for people. And I'm learning how to just be authentic. When you learn how to be this is me, take me or leave me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, don't worry about that. Now, what's the name of your chapter?
It's called Born to Lead.
Oh, that's it. Okay, what? Born to Lead is the name of the chapter.
Yep.
She is gonna knock it out the park, y'all. Reading that chapter is going to blow your mind. It's going to change your perspective on how you view people that you've counted out. You don't want to miss reading this chapter, Born to Lead.
Born to Lead. And let me say this to you. At the age of 24 years old, I was making $70,000 a year working for corporate. I got with this guy. He was a Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know it. No shade to no Jehovah's Witness. That's just my preference. And he tricked me. He pretty much tricked me. I ended up getting a felony behind him. Yeah, that part. So that's in the book. I ended up getting a felony behind him because he stole computers and had it shipped to my apartment that he stayed in because I signed for the computers. When you sign, that's your signature saying, I received the products. I actually went to jail behind him because he ran off and went to the military. But God, how God shifted and changed the whole story is the fact that the Dell people that he stole the computers from told the judge that I didn't talk to her. I talked to a man. I talked to, and when they tell you that this voice is recorded, they played the whole tape. They didn't hear me in the background. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting charged with a felony because they still say, well, because you signed for it, you were a part of it, but I wasn't. I had no idea. He told me the computers was a birthday gift to me. I accepted the birthday gifts. I signed for it because he said it was my birthday. Oh. He ran off and went to the military. And thank God I ended up getting the felony expunged off my record. But I actually went to jail for something I didn't even do.
That is so crazy. And the fact that you're here to not in jail now, but here to be able to share your story is just
I stayed 1 hour in jail. My dad came and got me out. I never served time, none of that.
Oh my gosh. Look at God. But do you know how crazy south that could have went in your whole life with what was already the counting you out situation could have really been like a down and out, down for the count type of thing, Yes,
that's
ma'am. Amazing. Okay. Wow. That's just like, that leaves me speechless. That's overwhelming.
But losing my job because the police came and arrested me on my job. I lost my job. $70,000 a year job, 24 years old. Imagine by now me being 43, where I could have been in corporate life. But it took me 3 years to get the felony off my record. So I had to create my own companies because I couldn't get a job. You know, back then, a felony, you through. Innocent to proven guilty.
Wow. I'm floored. So for moms that are out here watching today, what advice would you give any mother that's watching today's program, and maybe they're managing multiple children, maybe they have help, maybe they don't, especially if they're single parents? What advice do you give single parents to be able to go out here and keep their sanity, and while they're still trying to manage their children and manage entrepreneurship and all of these different hats and roles and responsibilities?
Pray that God give you balance. I had to learn how to balance. I'm not single mom anymore. Of course, I have an amazing husband now, but pray that God give you how to balance your life. Like, you know, for me, I had to juggle 3 different things at one time because I didn't have enough income to take care of my kids. I had to get on food stamp. I went from making $70,000 to now getting on food stamps and getting on welfare because I couldn't take care of my child. You know, and I was pregnant with my second child when this happened. I was actually pregnant with her. That's her dad who did that to me. So I tell single parents now, balance. Like if you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you know you're supposed to be doing business, balance it out. Balance it. Don't do 5 and 16s, because what you got to understand is when you're doing 5 and 16s, some gonna go lacking.
Yes.
You want to balance everything out. So yeah.
That is amazing. So pray that God gives you how to balance your life. If you're a single parent, or this is just in general, we all need to know how to balance our lives. I see your comments and I'll go to some of these right now. Laurel says, yes, balance is important. And Dr. Nikki Ziegler is the founder of the Herpreneur Network, a mentoring program for Christian women in business. How can people stay connected with your program? Where do they go?
They can just go to the Herpreneur Network. I'll put it in here. I'm sorry. I'll put it in. They can go to the herpreneurnetwork.com and get connected.
And people are also saying, yes, thank God for him bringing you through that experience. The favor of the Lord is what Vera said. God uses all willing vessels, is what Karen Cherry said. Karen Cherry is the visionary behind Trailblazers, who lead volume 2, and it's Unsung Heroes that she's highlighting in this particular anthology. So Karen, thank you so much for being on here. If you all have not seen the programs that Karen Cherry has put together, I don't even know, you have to be under a rock or something, because this woman put some of the best programs with some of the most phenomenal speakers in the world that grace her virtual stages. So you don't want to miss anything that Dr. Cherry is doing. All right. Let's see. Speak Dr. Nikki Ziegler. Thanks for your transparency. And I can tell you, I can definitely tell you personally that there are some things that I've gone through that I have not been totally transparent about to the general public yet. Let me say yet, because I'm still in the midst of some of those things. And so I wonder what advice, if any of you all that are on here, we're going to talk in general to everybody, but I want to hear from you, Dr. Nikki, right quick.
I gotta tell you the truth. I gotta say this, and it's not for you, but I'm gonna set somebody free. If you're not ready to talk about it, then you're not healed from it. If you're not ready to release it, and listen, don't release it unless you're ready to come with the repercussions that comes behind it. Because even though I was innocent and people had to this day, she did it. You can't worry about what people say. You know what you did and did not do. So I'm gonna be honest, if you're not ready to be transparent, then you're not delivered from it. That means it's still some residue that's still connected to your past. For me, I don't have no residue because I'm transparent in my whole life is an open book. And some people say, well, that's bad. That's bad because everybody know your business. We say we dead, right? If we dead to Christ, it ain't your business.
And see, and I can't, even with that, even responding to that, I have to still be careful because I can't reveal. Let me say this. I am healed and delivered and set free. That's all I'll say. But I can't say more because it would just be not appropriate.
Right. So to each his own. Like if you're talking about something that's happened in court or something, you can't. Because, if you sign a confidentiality, you can't talk about certain things. But for me, my life, because I've been my own boss since I was 24 years old, full-time boss.
Right.
I talk about everything because I'm not whole. I don't owe nobody no explanation.
That I just wanted to hear a expert that comes on. You have 2,400 members, you're training women and teaching women, and I just think that is a beautiful synopsis of an answer. If I was teaching it myself, I would say those exact same words. I'm just staying clear of saying certain things, but I would say I put a stamp of approval from Kim Jacobs personally on what you just said. Beautiful, beautifully said. Okay. So if you are in a situation and you can't be as totally transparent, I'm gonna leave it with what she said because I can't go no further. Okay, from homeless to herpreneur, that's God. That's God. Yes. Kern says, Nikki Ziegler, thank you for being a beacon of light for others. Wow. Vera says, so true, Dr. Nikki's transparency and authenticity is required to be effective in what we do, to the extent that we are willing to, you can tell she's a poet, to the extent we are willing to share is to the extent others will share and be transformed and can be transformed. Thank you, Vera, for that comment. All right. Greetings, everyone. Vaughn Griggs says, hey, Vaughn, how are you? I celebrate all of you ladies today, Kimberly Fallis said. All right. We are so glad. And I see you, Vera, for sharing. Thank you so much. I see you, all of you all. And thank you all for sharing today's broadcast. We're talking with trailblazers. These are trailblazers who lead, that are unsung heroes. Celeste Payne, Athena Roberson isn't able to be on today right at this moment, even though she's pictured, and she is always there when she's supposed to be, but there was just a situation happening. So we celebrate her today, even in her absence. And we love F.E. Robertson. Okay. And then we also have Dr. Nikki Ziegler here. And we have Dr. Karen Hills Pruden, and we have Celeste Payne, speaking of which, we're getting ready to formally allow me to introduce her. So I am so excited that we will come right back after this commercial break, and we're going to hear from this beautiful soul and beautiful smile with her natural hair done professionally. See, why you shake? So if I got my hair done professionally, it would shake a little bit. Dang, man, I should have called y'all. If I knew y'all had, my stuff is like this. It is like cardboard. It's not moving anywhere. Exactly how I picked it is how it's going to stay the whole day. And no moving. All right, we'll be right back, everybody, so I can introduce Celeste Payne right after this commercial break. I'm loving this. I am just loving this experience. We'll be right back.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented. And I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone, we are back. And in a world where chaos and conflict abounds, it's essential to infuse creativity in all that we do as an escape from the tension and confusion that we may experience. Celeste Payne combines art with self-care strategies to help people from all walks of life relax, de-stress, and discover innovative solutions to barriers that may be hindering their success. She is an award-winning graphic design artist that empowers small businesses in graphic design education and supports her clients through online courses and coaching. Celeste is a best-selling author and an impactful presenter at empowerment workshops and conferences. And through her in-person and virtual activities like painting parties, arts activities, she's been able to inspire and empower people from across the globe. She is the owner of, and I hope I don't say this wrong, but is it Cortazzo?
Yep.
All right.
Cortazzo.
Cortazzo Art Gallery in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where creativity meets empowerment. So creativity meets empowerment through Celeste Payne right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome, Celeste. Now you see why I had to introduce you?
Yes, that sounded so much better with you saying it.
I'm so glad to have you here today. So talk to us about your chapter in Trailblazers Who Lead Volume 2.
So my chapter is called Blazing a Creative Trail Through the arts and empowerment. And just based on my life history, I knew I was an artist from a young child. From like, I think I was like 4. I asked for an artist easel and a paint set. That was I didn't want a stuffed animal or a bike. I wanted paint and an easel. And so, the arts have been a way for me to kind of process things in life, endured lots of loss in my life. My mom passed away when I was 12, and she was 31 years old. She died of an aneurysm in her sleep.
Oh.
And I have 2 little sisters, and we were actually in the home when that happened. And so, like processing life and loss, the arts were a way for me to, just make it through and allow my creativity to help me grow as a person and find out who I was and grow that way. And so what I found in my chapter, I talk about that. I talk about being courageous, like being as an artist, you have to be, and as a creative period, you have to be courageous and have to be willing to step out there and do things that are out of the ordinary. Because as a creative, you are a trailblazer too, because you're doing things that no one else has ever done. You're seeing things in ways that no one else has ever seen them.
Right.
And there's no mold to follow. So you're, have to be willing to be courageous, resilient, and just be willing to empower others. Because that's one of the things that I've learned is that, once you get strength, it's not for you to keep.
That's a good point. Let me ask you more. Let me interrupt you. Did you say your chapter is blazing a creative trail through the arts and empowerment?
Empowerment.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had that. So you have to be courageous, and you said it's not for you to just be courageous for yourself, but what is it for?
It's for others. If we go to the good book, and it says the Lord told Peter that once you're converted, your responsibility is to go strengthen the brethren. And I think that that's a universal call, that once you're empowered in a certain area, it's your job to go back and strengthen those who are beside you and those who are coming behind you. And even what I've learned is that some of that strength is to strengthen some of those that have gone before me. And so it's just amazing how just like my area is unique, being an artist, but he still is able to use that creativity in a way that helps people solve problems. That's I teach art at a high school. And one of the biggest things that I do is teach them how to solve problems. Like, this is not about just painting on a paper, but these are skills that you can use in your life. The mental process of creativity is something you should bring into your life so that you can be a leader. Like Dr. Pruden said, being a forward thinker, that's what the arts allow you to do. So that's what my chapter is about how I was able to take the arts and blaze a trail that no one ever thought I could go through, and people told me I couldn't. So that's what I spoke about.
Wow. It's interesting you say it's not just about you thinking that behind the scenes people are not rooting for you, but there are people that are bold enough and brazen enough to actually tell you what they think about you and whatever artsy creative version of yourself you think you are. How do you recommend, and these are on the spot questions, as you can see, I'm just making up questions as we go, but they some good ones though. I'm good at this, right? Yes, I pat yourself on the back when others might not, but it's okay. What happens when people are brazen enough to tell you they don't believe in you, they don't believe in your dreams, they don't believe in your goals? What do you encourage people that are watching today to do when they're dealing with those kind of naysayers?
I think one thing, I wouldn't necessarily reject everything that they say, because most of the times when people did say things like that to me, they were people who actually cared about me and didn't want me to fall into a trap or, a hole that I couldn't get out of. So the first thing I would do is listen to their naysaying and then see what parts of those things are valid. What are some, okay, I didn't think about that pitfall. And then how could I come up with a way to avoid that or a solution around it? Number one. Number two, you have to have a conviction of who you really are And I can tell you, I didn't start off with that. I'm, above 50, 52 years old. And so I can't say, thank you. Thank you. But I can't say that I've always had the type of confidence that I have right now. And so I think that it's a process. Your feelings get hurt sometimes. You feel alone at times. But there also find yourself a network of people. And I believe God sends those people who believe in you and are willing to push you and are willing to give you the truth and say, you know what, that may not work because of this, and this. But what about this? And be willing and be teachable, because sometimes we get so much into our vision that we don't listen to other people, but everybody's not out to hurt you. Some people are God sends to, like the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. He sends people to sharpen you and to refine you, to get you to go where you need to go.
That's so good. I'm typing everything that you're saying here, and this is some good information. So people, how can they stay connected with you?
So you can find me at celesteempowers.com. I have a couple of things that I do. Some, when you're on a certain platform, you can't tell everything.
Right.
But, many people know that I run an organization called the Wild Pages, which deals with women, empowering women and sharing your news, getting your news out there. And so you can find me at celesteempowers.com, and that can link you to my art, to the Wild Pages, and to every other thing that I do.
That is so incredible. CelesteEmpowers.com. On LinkedIn is Celeste Payne, Payne, for those that are the podcast listeners. And you definitely want to stay connected here with Celeste Payne. We're going to be talking some more with these women. And if you have any special questions, comments, you've heard from some powerhouses today already, go ahead and type your comments in the comment section. I'm also going to put this link here. If anybody wants to copy it and paste it into your browser and surprise them and come on, head on, you're welcome to do that. I put it here for you. I'll put it up on the screen in case you want to see that as well. You can just pop right into this broadcast and send a positive word of encouragement or a shout out to any of these women. I see Yvonne Griggs. She said, yes. Talk about what you're saying, Celeste, over there. And also, that's a good life tip. Athena Roberson is our sunshine expert. And if you're anywhere in the Charlotte and surrounding area, she's also a mobile notary public. So make sure she's also a dynamic speaker. So if you're ever looking for a great speaker that's just transparent and willing to share her heart too, it's Athena Roberson. And she's one of our experts here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So she said, that's a good life tip. Dr. Karen Hills Pruden says, share and pull others along. Great tip. I love this. Nadia says, yes. I know that's how you said it too, Nadia. Yes. Okay. Dr. Karen said, yes, Celeste. Yes. Geneva says, transparency with wisdom and the leading of the Lord, because everyone can't handle every part of your story. And she's like, just in her profile picture, she's like this, like everybody can't handle every part of your story. Hello, ladies. Hello to you, Tawana. And Vera said, amen. Good morning. Good morning to you, Dr. Sonja Stinson. It's a pleasure to have you visiting today. All right. I am so excited about all of you that are on and tuning in. Make sure you continue to share this broadcast. And I see you from Akaya, Canada. She is also a powerhouse. She's one of our Mother Dreamers. We have a Mother Dreamer movement, and she's a member of our Mother Dreamer movement. This woman is a songstress. She's a rapper, you name it. She won some recent awards, and she is a powerhouse. If you don't know Akaya, Canada, you need to know her for sure. Thank you for tuning in. One of our Mother Dreamer members, Akaya Canada. Okay, so right after this commercial break, we're going to just open the mic up for everyone to just share anything else that you have going on that you maybe didn't talk about in the book, but you just have it going on in life, like your WOW project or anything that you want to talk about. What's next for you, whatever it is, when we come back after this commercial break. All right.
Nothing says I love you more than final expense insurance whole life protection. With funeral advocacy nationwide, saving you and your family 30 to 80% off funerals and cremations. Nothing says I love you more than Get Insured Solutions, LLC. GetInsured.Solutions, 704-499-3616.
All right, everyone, we're back. I'm actually going to show one more commercial and then we're going to go to some of these closing comments. We'll be right back with this.
Lamb Funeral Home has been serving the Cabarrus County in North Carolina and surrounding communities for more than 9 years. Our staff of funeral directors are dedicated to providing the very highest quality of service and continue to be well respected throughout the communities we serve. Our professionals are caring, experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. These requests and traditions are the utmost importance to our staff of licensed funeral directors. From the initial care to aftercare, you can entrust your loved one and arrangements to Lamb Funeral Home.
All right, everybody, we're coming back and we are here on the Kim Jacobs Show talking with these dynamic, powerful women who trailblaze and lead. They're unsung heroes. So I want to make sure too that you all know, many people ask, how do you support the Kim Jacobs Show? I know on Facebook alone, I have over 4,000 friends. Even if every friend sent $1, $2, whatever, okay, that would be some good support for the Kim Jacobs Show so that we can be able to continue this programming and bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. So look at one of the different ways to support, whether it's through Cash App, PayPal. I just had some more people join our patreon.com/the Kim Jacobs Show. So we share content that we don't share on the broadcast with everyone else, but is exclusive to the members they pay $12 or something a month. And you can go over there, become a Patreon member and just say, I'm going to support the Kim Jacobs Show that way. Whatever way works for you, just support the program, and no amount is too small to allow us to continue bringing balance to this world, one household at a time. All right, so let me hear a comment from each of you. Let's go with you, Dr. Karen Hills Pruden.
What do you want me to comment on?
Okay, comment from your soul. Let God minister to you, woman of God. Okay, whatever you feel like, maybe you just have some things going on that people always speak so highly of you. And I have never heard anybody say one bad thing about you ever since I've encountered Kern or anybody else. What do you think is that thing that God has gifted you with that's helping you become who you are?
I think I've been
hold your head up a little bit because I know you're short on.
Yeah, and the sun is coming through my windows up there. That's what I'm trying to run from the sun a little bit.
Yeah, the sun is beaming on you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think from a very young age, God has shown me that I am truly a servant leader. And so I have served others even from a young age, and I don't shy away from that. It's sometimes a very stressful calling when you're serving others. But what I will say to your listening audience is don't be afraid to be the only one. Many times in my life, I'm the only one that's trying to walk the walk, talk the talk, or pursue a particular goal. Go ahead and pursue your goals. And you can pull them along as their interest allows, as you keep doing your thing. But what I have found is the same people who didn't see my vision or thought it was too big or scary or even something that wasn't attainable, those are my biggest cheerleaders now. Oh. And so sometimes you may come from an environment where people don't really say why they may be against you. But really, it's just a little bit of fear because they've never seen anyone accomplish that. But go ahead and walk the walk. If God puts it on your heart, if you think it is God's will for you to do what you're doing, continue to do it, and then they will come along. And a lot of times they will benefit from you being obedient and pursuing your vision. And so that's what I've seen in my life. Yeah. A lot of people who thought that my goals were too big. No one knew anyone who was even a doctor from where I come from. And just to be real, from where I come from the hood, straight hood, working class individuals who are living paycheck to paycheck. But I did have a mother and a father who showed me work ethic, and working hard could help get you to certain places in life if you work hard and if you be the best at what you are. So don't be afraid to be out on the island by yourself for a minute while you're pursuing your goals, because later in life, you may be the blessing for those individuals who don't understand your walk at that time.
That's really, see now you were gonna, girl, you were gonna let us close the show and you not say that? That would have been total crazy on my part not to let you share that. All right, Celeste, any comment, any closing comment?
What I would like to share is don't be afraid to thrive, because sometimes we are afraid to, we work really hard and then we're afraid of the criticism of being great. So don't be afraid to thrive. And then 2, don't be afraid to expand into new territory, because by expanding into new territory, I was able to meet all these beautiful ladies and even, make me know how much more I was worth in the earth. Because sometimes when you're in a specific pond, that's one of the things I've been dealing with lately, is this pond, that when you're in this pond, you get familiar with what is around and don't realize the possibilities that are out there. And I'm gonna shout Nadia out. She was like, "You're not a fish, you're not in a pond, you're an eagle." So even changing the perspective beyond the pond to like, maybe I wasn't even meant to be in the pond. Maybe I was meant to be on the top of a mountain. So that would be my thing,
Girl.
is thrive and don't be afraid to expand to new territory.
What? That right there will preach. Know what you are worth. Oh, I done typed it wrong. I'm putting know what you are worth in the earth. Know what you are worth in the earth. That's somebody's something. We done came up with a lot of titles, topics, messages. I know Karen taking all kind of notes. She like, oh, y'all gonna be speaking about this on the next Level Up Summit. Know what you are worth in the earth. Celeste, you did that. You just preached that, woman of God. Yes. Athena said, amen, amen. Know what you are worth. What a powerful show. Yes, Kimberly, don't be afraid to thrive. Yes, all of these comments are coming in. Don't be afraid to thrive and expand into new territory. Wow, y'all got me getting, you know how you talk and you minister and then you get hoarse and you start losing air. That's what I feel like I'm doing over here. I'm like, Lord, I'm in my own element and I'm in a whole church service over here. Come on now. Dr. Nikki Ziegler, herpreneur, bring it home. Oh, preach. Man, I know y'all like, huh? She done lost her mind. Go ahead.
I would say it's okay to start over. It's okay to start over. But in order for you to start over, you must be teachable. Like, you must be teachable. Everybody don't know everything. And so I had to learn how to start over. I had to learn how to accept criticism from other people. You know how we be, us women, we're emotional. Oh, she can't tell me nothing. I got this, got that. If that's not your lane, back up. Let somebody who this is what they do teach you how to do it the right way. I probably had 100 businesses, Jesus, Lord have mercy. But a lot of the business I had, God never told me to do it. I did it on my emotions, on what I saw. She could do it. Oh, I can do it. Hey, stop being a copycat. Be yourself. God give you your own desire to do what He has designed you to do. And so if you're not teachable, you can't grow. If you don't want to be corrected, you can't grow. If you're not able to adjust, then you can't grow. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. And I'm not saying die like dead. I'm saying in your mind, you'll be dead. And so, it's all about taking lessons and learning from different people that have paved the way for you. And so when the Trailblazers came up, I researched what the word Trailblazers was, and I'm like, "Ooh, Kern, that's kind of heavy. You sure to write this book?" And God said, yes, you can. You can do it. And so as a trailblazer, I'm learning that we have to pave the way for those who coming behind us. So make sure you pave the way with integrity and character. Make sure you do that. And I had to learn that. Everything I do now, if God don't tell me to move, I'm not moving. I don't care who don't like it. If I don't feel like talking, I ain't gonna talk. I'm just at a point now in my life. My peace is all I have at this point. I done had the money on lost gain. But I'll take peace over money any day. Coming out as well. I do want to talk about magazine.
Okay, y'all done heard. Look, go ahead, put that up there. Herpreneur magazine, and guess who on there? Dr. Nikki Ziegler is on there.
Fire.
Yeah, Karen is in there. Karen, that's gonna be inside the magazine.
Go ahead, Dr. Karen Hills Pruden in there. All right, God Almighty, don't be a copycat. Let me go up here to this comment. She said, don't be a copycat. Don't be a copycat. Somebody said, listen to the voice of experience. No one knows everything. That's what she said, Geneva. Stay in your lane. She said that, Vera. Yes. Y'all, this is some good, powerful comments. It's okay to start over, but you must be teachable and accept criticism from other people. These are all points that Dr. Nikki Ziegler made here and her closing comments. Amen. Love it. Yes, peace is priceless. That's the bottom line. Listen, if any of you all are interested in starting your own show from scratch, a lot of people that are in the Herpreneur Network have actually been a part of this program that I offer, and they have some phenomenal talk shows. They've gone through a training. It's a 6-week training, 1 hour per week for 6 weeks, and I teach you how to start your own show from scratch. Go to kimjacobsconsulting.com to learn, and I welcome the opportunity to work with you one-on-one with that. Or if you just want to learn this platform, we can do that as well. There are 2 different options over there, and just reach out to me and we'll connect. As we close out today's show, I do want to take a moment to go and show you all. This is let me say before we go, because once I show you this, we have to disconnect. Because we're not going to be able to even just keep talking after that. K Connections with that's the logo for Kern Cherry. I love that. I said that is beautiful. K Connections. Kern Cherry is the visionary behind Trailblazers 1 and Trailblazers 2. And today we got to speak with some of the Trailblazers who lead Unsung Heroes. If you don't have your copy of it, go to Amazon and get your copy. Trailblazers who lead, these are Unsung Heroes. Get your copy today. Right on Amazon, you can get an ebook copy for now. I'm going to share this last thing with you all, and then we're going to disconnect. Let me tell you, this is devastating to me, actually. Today, I found out that if any of you all know Dr. Margaret Fournier, she just recently renewed her vows. She is the host of, there's me. I'm actually on there. Health and Healing. She interviewed me not even 4 months ago on health and healing and how to deal with life after loss. This is Dr. Margaret Andrews Fournier. And guess what? She just transitioned to be with the Lord. So I don't know if you all knew that, but we saw that this morning, and we are part of a prayer group together. And I just want to give my deepest condolences to Dr. Margaret Fournier's family and let you all know that we are praying for you all, and you have our deepest prayers and our deepest condolences and our sympathy in this time of mourning. That was just mind-blowing to me. So anyway, I don't know if everybody that's watching today knows Dr. Margaret Fournier, but please make sure that you keep her entire family in your prayers, okay? That's what I'm going to end on. Please stay backstage, ladies, for a few moments. I just need to say one thing to you, and then we'll be able to go. But all right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow with some more women, Trailblazers who lead, again, volume 2, but it's going to be part 2 with a whole new group of Trailblazers who lead. Thank you all for tuning into today's episode, and have a great day. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.